down and we go. The business cycle runs the show. Boom to bust, rise and fall. Ain't no stopping it affects us all.
To invest or not to invest? That is the question. How do we know what to do? The answer lies in understanding the business cycle and analyzing economic trends. First of all, what is the business cycle? The business cycle is the natural rise and fall of economic activity over time. This is usually measured in GDP since we will be talking about countries. The business cycle has four phases. First is expansion. During this period, everything is increasing: employment, GDP, consumer spending, but also prices. There will be pressure on prices to rise. Next is the peak. As it says, the peak is a high point, but it is also a turning point. After this, the economy will begin to contract or slow down. Third is contraction. During a contraction, economic growth slows down. There is a decrease in GDP and an increase in unemployment. There is, however, no pressure on prices to rise. Lastly is the trough. This is the lowest point of the business cycle, and it is also another turning point. After this, the economy recovers, and then it is back to expansion. Knowing where we are in this cycle helps us make smarter financial decisions. Now let's put our learnings into practice. The country I have chosen to analyze is Spain. Why Spain, you may ask? Their pavilion at Expo 2020 was one of the most memorable for me. It showed their bright ideas and their commitment to innovation and sustainability. Now let's take a look at the numbers. From 2019 to early 2020, there is a contraction leading to the trough in quarter 2 2020. As you know, the COVID hit and everything, or almost everything, was put to a stop. As the decline or the contraction has lasted more than 2 quarters, we may also call this a recession. From quarter 3 of 2020 until quarter 1 of 2021, we can see that there is an expansion leading to the peak in quarter 2 of 2021. As we know, after the peak is the contraction. There's been a decline for more than 2 quarters starting from quarter 2 of 2022. So we may call that period a recession. Take a look here at the right side of this graph. Starting from quarter 4 of 2023, the GDP or the economy seems to be increasing. Could this be a sign that we are going to the expansion phase? If that's the start of a new expansion phase, this part from 2023 quarter 2 and quarter 3 must be the trough. Now, let us answer the question: to invest or not to invest? For me, the answer is yes. Yes, I would invest. As we have said earlier, if the GDP growth remains stable, Spain could enter an expansion phase, making it a strong investment opportunity. Also, according to FocusEconomics.com, Spain is the fourth largest economy in the Eurozone and it has a strong industrial base. Therefore, I believe it is likely that the country's growth will be stable. How about you? What do you think? Would you invest in Spain's economy?